Hi everyone, hello. Welcome. I'm so happy to see you here joining my video, and today I want to show you something different. For those of you who watch me more often, you know my style. You know I like vintage ephemera, vintage papers, and I'm also collecting them. But today I want to show you something really different. And that is how to set up a new planner if you want to use it as a real planner. Most of us use the planners um, or call it journals, maybe that's a better word for it. Loose leaf journals for memory keeping, for documenting everyday life, or making special albums or journals about holidays, about special occasions, and things like that. So today my plan is to show you the first part of setting up a new planner, a new journal. And you can use them for many purposes, of course. Most of the time you will be using them as a calendar, as a diary. I think that's what it's called. And the one I'm going to make is one for our oldest granddaughter. She's turning 9 this year, and I thought it would be so much fun for her to have a journal when she can write in something every day. I mean, she's able to write now, and she has more planners, but she has the large one, the full-size ones, and she is drawing in it, and we sometimes make some art together, work with the dice and things like that. But now I want her to have a special journal just for her. And if she wants, I hope she likes it, she can write down little things, little bits and pieces every day. But how fun would it be if you can make one for your work, for your job, or maybe you would like to keep track of the plants in your garden, or recipes, or use them as how do you call it, to keep track of all your craft supplies, like color charts, or maybe all the stamps you have. You can write it down in different sections, use it as an address book, or maybe make one for your husband. How cool would that be? Or your partner. It's so versatile to use. You can do this in the full-size planner, and I am going to show this in the sidekick planner. So that's the smaller one, and we also have the full size, as many of you already know. Okay, so how can we start? Of course I already sorry. Of course I already prepared something, because otherwise this video would be way too long. And I'm going to show you step by step how you can do it, and which products or which dies you can use to do so. So to start with, I like it most if you use the tab pages, so you have dividers. I have been cutting down 6 of those, so these will be for the 6 first months of a year. But again, you can use this for addresses, recipes, other things, anything you like, but mine will be with the months of the year. How you can cut those pages, you need to have 3 different die sets, and for those I used the die sets 1, 2 and 3 of the Sidekick series. And you see these have all those tabs on different places. What you do first is you die cut 3 of those. Sorry, and this is the wrong one. Oh, that's one too many, I see. You cut those 3 to start with, and then you cut 3 extra, and then you flip them, turn them around, so you will have 6 divider pages. So in total we have used 3 dies to make 6 divider pages. I will put those aside, and hopefully you can see it a little bit more clear if I put it a little bit more close to the camera. So you can see I've got 6 divider pages right now. So I made these out of a little bit sturdy paper, and I am not sure if this is available in the US. I am sure it is, because I think it's original from France. I use this paper. It's 250 grams, 115 lb. I'm not sure what that means, lips or sorry. 250 grams. But you can use any kind of sturdy paper for this. And I want this to be a little bit sturdy because these are the divider pages. The papers in between, you can use a little bit thinner paper if you like. So these are the 6 tab pages I'm going to use first. And if you don't have those 3 die sets, because I can imagine you don't have all 3 of those, you can also work with, for example, this one. This is set number 4 from the Sidekick collection, and this one has a full-size page without tabs. So if you have a tab punch, or you can make tabs your own by cutting little pieces of paper and then folding them over, gluing them down. You can also use one of these. So just take a full page, or maybe you have one of the other ones from the collection. You can add dividers yourself, you can add tabs yourself. So that's a little bit less expensive, just in case if you don't have all those sets. So also with less craft supplies, you can do something similar. Okay, so these are my 6 divider pages. And I like to make each divider page probably something nice with a month at the page, or maybe something like a collage or something else. But oh, I also have to mention, for this project I am using papers I normally don't use anymore, because yeah, well, for those of you who know me, I like to work with vintage ephemera. But I went through my stash and I took out some papers which I had laying around here. So some different colors. I hope it's visible in my screen. Let me see. Oh yes, it's okay. So these were all laying around here, and I already cut up a few of them, but they are more curly, more for younger people. That's what I think. So I'm not going to make this a vintage looking grungy journal. So this is going to be clean. I'm not going to use any distress ink because I think that's not for a 9-year-old girl. But that's my personal opinion. So if you think you're the person you are making a journal for, or you make it for yourself, do whatever you like. But in this case, I'm just keeping the papers as they are. So I'm using a lot of white and some pink colors, and just the leftovers I had laying around here. And you can see there are different brands, and I'll mix and match them together. This one is from Heidi Swap. There's one from, I don't know, American Crafts. This is from a Dutch brand, if I remember well. This is Heidi Swap again, Vicky Boutin. You see, American Crafts. What's this? Heidi. This is from a German company called Alexandra Renke. So, Echo Park, I see. Prima Marketing. So just mix and match everything I have laying around here. So these are going to be my monthly pages. And what I did for those, to start with, I took the Sidekick set 1918, that's the product number, and it's called a Polaroid. It has a Polaroid frame in here. And I've been cutting those a couple of times already. So while you are watching, I am going to glue those on top of my divider pages. So let me see. And yesterday I did the same video during a live, or the same how do you say it? Well, I don't know. Yesterday I did the same in a Dutch live. So now I am filming this, or videoing this, capturing this for you in English. So it is possible you have seen something yesterday, but that's just because I want to do it in English and in Dutch. Because I have many people asking me on how to start with a journal, how you start making a planner, if you don't want to do the documenting your life thing, what most of us are doing, or make it a mini scrapbook or things like that. So This is the same again as I did yesterday, but only in English. Probably I will, in the meantime, I will start gluing those frames. And I will be matching different papers together, mix and match, sorry, and glue them down on those divider pages. So this one is the back side of this yellow paper, and it might be fun to just glue it back in, or I can take another one, which is also funny, that bird, this little birdie. Oh, I think that's cool, because this one has little yellow birds inside too. So I'm taking this as the inner piece. And I am using my art glitter glue for that, because it dries clear, it dries quickly, and well, I love to use it. Okay, that's number one. And I mixed and matched some of them yesterday, so it will be randomly now for the leftovers, and see which one go together. This might be fun too. You see the yellow keeps coming back, and that's not really necessary, but because I will be using a lot of other papers in between, but to make it a little bit more visual, when I start something like this, I think a little bit about what goes well together, what I think goes well together. I mean, if you have a different taste, you want to use different papers, please do so. But it's just to give you an idea how you can start setting up a journal like this. Oh. So a little bit more glue for this one. If I would make this one for my own, I would have been distressing all those edges, and I'm not doing that now. So it works quite quickly, I must say. Is it still visible? Yeah, I have to check my camera now and then to see if everything is right in front of the camera, so you can watch me doing this. This is also a cool frame. Oh, that's what I also did yesterday. Turn one around. So you will have the wider part on top of the page. I'm not doing it with this one because this has some little written text over here. So that's not so nice if it's upside down. So I am gluing this one down too. Just a little bit of glue on the back, and again, and you see how easy it is to work like this. Let me see which one goes. You can also leave this open, of course, if you want. You can use this for journaling. Might also be fun. Oh, I think this one. It's a really contrasting piece of paper, but it might be fun to do so. I mean, she's not a baby anymore, so it can. Oh, this might be fun too. Do I have another one with black and white? Because I like to use black and white. Okay, I think the girlier stuff would be nicer for her, so I am doing the pink on the top. Okay, bye-bye to this piece of black and white cardstock. Gluing this one down. This is also a nice project when you want to keep your hands clean for now. So it's not involving messy inks or messy products like inks or what's it called? Let me think. Embossing powders. Yeah, I think it still looks good. This is a really cool one too. Piece of wood. Oh, here's another black and white frame. I think I'm going to use that one first. I will show you some other things later on. This might be a nice one to combine with those circles. Yeah, that's nice too. And I'm saying it's nice, but if you don't think it's nice, we are friends anyway. I mean, just make this yeah, how do you say it? With your own taste, your own style. So you don't have to copy me, but it's just to give you an idea. And if you want to copy, of course you can. That's no problem at all. Okay, I think my glue is a little bit clotted. So I have to try to get in with my pin. But you only need a small amount of glue. But I'm going to try to get it a little bit more open. Like so. I've got 2 more to go. Oh, I hope I'm doing this in the... Well, the order doesn't really matter, but I have to glue them on the right side. I can do the inside too. Oh, that might be fun too. But then I have to cut a few more of those frames. Let me see. I've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is the last one. And then I've got number... yeah. Because if I am accidentally moving one the other way, you see I'm missing one here, so they have to be in this direction. So I've had 1, 2, 3 and 4. No, 4 is not done yet. I've got 4, I've got 6. So those 2 I have to do. And this one might be fun too. And you also can see it's not rocket science you need to do. You need to know to do this. It's just cutting down some papers and gluing them down on your base pages, your divider pages. And my glue is still not working properly. So I need to see later on if I can clean it. I think I need to put it down in some warm water to soak it a little bit. So I try to glue it down as straight as possible so it looks nice. This one can go in here, and then I have got 1 more left, so I can decide now what to do. I cut a few extra. Oh, I like this one too with the words. You see, this is the... Oh, is it still in front of the camera? Yeah. This is the leftover piece from this one. And I like this one least because it's... I've been cutting it in the wrong direction. And I've got some black and white stars over here. No, no, no. I think I will go for the yellow. Or this one. Oh, this one. You see, that's the one from this one too. So I can, how do you say it? Interchange in... I don't know. I change them. Or no, I'm still in doubt. Decisions. Oh, choices. So many choices. And let me see. Oh, this is nice. That's a little bit more contrast. Okay, so I will do this one with the black and white paper. And then the other one on that other page. Oh, this glue is really giving me a headache at the moment. Trying... It's not empty, that's for sure. So a little bit more. Gluing this one down. No, it needs to go down. Oh, just a little bit. Oh dear. Here we go. And then the black and white piece in the middle. That's nice and flat too. And then 1 more to go. Oh, I already glued this one down. So this one only needs this. Yes, I think... Oh, no, this is a little bit too much. And this is actually a little bit too dark, I think. Don't you agree? Yeah, so it will be this one. Bye-bye birdie on the backside. We won't see that one again. Okay, I'm going to put these aside because I can use those later. And as you can see now, I have got 6 divider pages cut with 3 different die sets. And by using them the other way around, because if you cut them, they're both like this, because we have 3 different positions for the die sets, for the tabs, like this. And then by turning them around, it will give you 3 divider tabs on the bottom side. Okay, it's like this. Now, what I did yesterday is exactly the same as today. So in total, I now have 12. Yes, 12. Ah, here's the missing one. You see, I missed one at the bottom here. So I have to do one more. Okay, I will do that immediately. And I was thinking I cut too many. Oh, I think this blue one, it's the same one here, but the other one will be used in the back of the journal, so that's no problem at all to use them again. I can do this, or I like this one too. Oh, I didn't use one of the wood ones yet. What do you think? I like the yellow, to be honest. I'm not a really yellow fan, but for this journal, I think it's okay to use. And maybe turn it around. What did we have? Oh, that's really nice too. Yes, because I have to keep thinking it's not for myself. It's for a 9-year-old, 8, or she's turning 9, a 9-year-old girl. I mean, if it was for me, I would have been using many different papers. So hopefully she will like it when it's ready. Well, I'm sure she will. Because she likes to do crafting too. She's always drawing and doing other things. Okay, and I am going to put the yellow one inside. And I'm having more troubles with my glue. And the other day I squeezed so hard in the bottle, it all came out over here. So my desktop was full with glue. So I'm afraid to squeeze too hard in front of doing a video, because I don't want this to be a messy video. Okay, I think it's better now. No, not really. Okay, but it's fine for now. Okay, so now it gives me 12. So I can give her a full year journal. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I can also give her 6 months first. So in one journal, let's see if she likes it. And then if she likes it, I can give her another journal for the second half year. But I'm going to do them in the journal now, in the planner now. And this already looks really nice, don't you think? How cool is that? Just with some leftover pieces of papers and 3 die sets. And you can do that with 1 die set. Okay, and now I want to have papers in between. Yeah, and that's a little bit personal, I think, because if you like to use patterned paper or solid paper, or maybe you want to use dotted and lined or ruled papers, that's all up to you, and that really doesn't need to be that thick. Yesterday I thought about using regular printer paper, or maybe a little bit thicker printer paper. But then on the other hand, I thought, okay, it's a 9-year-old girl. I can cut up many more bits and pieces of cardstock, which I do have laying around. And I think a lot of you have many paper laying around. So I just have been cutting out some more pieces. But then without the tab on the side, as you can see. See, there are no tabs on the side, no tabs on the top. This is from set number 4, and it's a full-size page like this. So if you don't have that one, and maybe because I know a lot of people do have those office punches, those paper punches. I think I've got one laying around. Hold on, if I can find it. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. You know, a thing like this. You can punch out 6 holes, and I am going to show you what it does. And you can use it if you want, because it works much quicker than cutting out those pages with your die cutting machine. And you see, this will also fit in your journal. Of course, you have to trim this down to the correct size, but it's only about the holes it's making. But it has a different distance to the edge. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm going to give it a little bit more up to the camera. As you can see, or maybe I can take a little bit of darker. No, there's no darker paper anymore here. No. I'm going to show it to you again with the pink one. You can see there is a distance and it's different. This is, let's say, 5 millimeters from the side of the page, and with the paper punch, the office punch, it's much more from the side. And the holes are a little bit, our holes from the die sets are a little bit smaller, and these also go very well with our reinforcement dies. You know, all those funny dies we have. I think I have them here. Oh, I've got quite a bunch of them already. You know, those reinforcers which you can cut, and they will go perfectly around the holes of our die sets. And for those, they're a little bit too small, but you can cover them up. So again, you can use an office punch if you want, if you have one. But I prefer to use a die, because also when you die cut your paper, yes, I'm trying to explain to you. Sometimes I have to think a little bit more, because English is not my first language, you know. When you die cut a piece of paper like this with a paper cutter, you know, with a knife and a paper cutter, or maybe with a ruler, you will get different edges than when you use your die. When you use a die, it always rounds the edges nicer than by only using a paper trimmer. But again, that's all up to you. I just want to mention it. For now, I did cut some pieces, so I'm going to put them in randomly. So a few at the back of the first tab, and I will do a few in between those other tabs. I don't have enough already, but I can do that later. I will cut a few more, and I'm not going to do this while making this video, because yeah, that's a waste of time, and I don't want you to have to wait while I'm just die cutting. So a few over here, and I've got one left. It will go over here. So this will be my base. Just a nice journal. This size is also very nice to bring with you when you are, for example, going on a holiday, or you can put it easily in your purse. The other one, the full size one, you can also put in your purse, of course, but this is a little bit more easy. So forgive me, I have to take a sip of water because I'm talking too much. Yeah, so again, I choose to use pattern paper for this, but if you prefer to use solid paper or a little bit more neutral, that's also possible, of course. So now I'm thinking of making weekly layouts for her, so she can write down something every day. To do so, I already stamped some of those. These are from one of our die sets, and you see they have the full week, so 7 days, and you can make little notes, little memos. If you want to use it as a calendar, you can stamp the date, the days. I will do that later, and I will also show it to you. But it might be fun to... Oh, sorry, that's my sip of water. It's very simple to do it like this, you know. Glue one of those pieces down every week. so she can write down what she has been doing that day, or maybe she needs to go to her dancing lessons, or is there something special going on at school. She can write it down and make something fun on the page next to it. But I have been thinking, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. You can also use elements like this. And these are from the, let me think, what's it called? Sometimes my brain, the note pieces set. We had this note pieces die set already for quite some time, and last year we added matching stamps. So you can stamp this. You see the dotted pattern, and then you die cut the frame around it. So that's a stamp, and all those little bits and pieces. This one will be too large, but I think it might be fun to use those elements too. And if you glue them down randomly, it might be also fun to use those for every day. Maybe it's better to, that's what I'm thinking now, to stamp this with a lighter stamp color, because if you are going to do some writing around on top of this, it might be a little bit hard to see because I stamped with black now. But if you take a little bit more neutral color, a lighter color, it might be perfect to use those two. This is a larger one which you can use, but it might be also very funny. Yeah, it might be fun to use little tags or maybe little other labels or elements you have laying around to make weeks to work on. So I think this is the first part of my of the start of my new journal, which I'm making for our granddaughter, and I will move on. I will continue working on it in a next video. So I'm going to do it in Dutch again during a live, and I will tape it. Do you say tape it? I will capture it, I will video it, I will record it to you in a next video. So this was part 1, and hopefully I will see you in part 2 also. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done yet, you can also subscribe to my channel, of course. Thanks for now for watching, and see you soon in the next video.